Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 29, NASDAQ off 57, S&P's off 11, gold contract up $35.30, trading at $1,210 an ounce. And that's from, we're going to go over gold, but it's been a trip the last few days, no doubt about it. Silver up 93 cents at $16.49 an ounce. Platinum up 35 at $1,237 an ounce. Copper up 6 pennies, trading out at $2.91 a pound. Light sweet crude up $3 at $69.15 a barrel. Bonds, we have the 10-year down 5 ticks at 127.16. 30-year off 19 at 143.15. King dollar down 428.6 at 87.98. You got the euro up 23 at 124 and the yen down 32 at 118.32. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay. We're going to cash S&P at 2053. And what you have here, you got into the lower range. That is saying that more than likely what we're going to see, you're going to see it come down slightly lower. What I do expect is some kind of a small bounce out of here. This just being the beginning of window dressing. Well, it's the beginning and end of window dressing specifically. You know, today, tomorrow, if you take a look at the SPY pulled back on 80 million shares. That had gone topside on the 21st with 142 million. Now, the 142 million was light volume. But what you have is that we just came into that area. We're at 206 right now, and basically it looks to me like she wants to do one more test. I don't expect new highs up here that will hold. The bottom line is that this downdraft has started. Dow Industrials. We're going to take a look at the Dow Industrials. What you have with the Dow. Dow gets down to 17,726 today. Rejects lower price. It's going to have lighter volume. The Dow also wants to test the highs more than likely Friday once again. The highs of Friday we got to 893 and the high was 894. NASDAQ Composite. Now the composite is, well, the small caps have led it, started off on the way down. The composite is confirming it today. Composite down 58 bucks today, which is about 1.5%, I believe. Yeah, 1.2%. You have volume on the way down. Composite right now is at 4733. Somehow this is also going to get some kind of a little bounce going. We take a look at the 3 Qs, the NDX 100. Inside the NDX 100, we're down with 29 million shares. You're going into 34 million. So that also implies that the NDX can get a small bounce going. Now, gold market, okay? You want to see something that has some nice volatility in it, and you want to see something that when you're taking a look at it without liquidity, what in fact can happen. So, gold out here this morning, folks, okay? Well, not necessarily this morning. What we did have is this. Our markets, half a day on Friday. You had the Swiss vote on Friday. And the Swiss vote, by the way, folks, was baked into the market, meaning that it didn't have a chance. That what the vote was about is that the citizens were voting, would the Swiss National Bank have to hold 20% of their reserves in gold versus 8%? It never had a shot. That's the bottom line. That being said and done, what you had is this, is that you had the gold market get down to a price point at 6:30 last night of 11.40. Bottom line, gold's at 12.11. That just screamed out of there with conviction. And it was a classic test, by the way. When I say classic test, when you want to see how this tested it, if you remember something, if you get the gold report, you know that what you're always looking for at lows is what? Fast price destruction without volume. And that was the ultimate. When you're talking about fast price destruction without volume, there was zero volume, but yet they got it down there. Bottom line, what do we have now? You have it just took out the swing points of the last 2 weeks with volume. We've done 323,000 contracts in the gold market. You're at 12.10. This little baby is 12.56 next, and then you're going to see it up to 13.41 area. If we go over to the silver market, we take a look at silver. what we have with silver is this. So, silver, you talk about a move on silver. Silver is so volatile, it's unbelievable. Silver is up 6.1% after being down about 5%. No, yeah, that's the swing on silver today. It's $14.15 to $16.81. Amazing swing in price. Silver also, monster volume on silver, 111,000 contracts. Bottom line, silver, I suspect first we'll get to $17.82 and then start crawling all the way up to the $21 area. What we also had, and this is what was pretty cool, folks, okay, and this is what you like to see, this is what I like to see specifically, is the aspect of what gets reported versus what doesn't get reported. And what had got reported over the holidays was the Swiss deal inside, and that's why they say gold was getting crushed. What wasn't reported is that India had changed their regulation. India had put in a regulation last year. And India, folks, just so you can understand how this works, India imports 25% of all the gold that's mined every year. That's their average, okay? They're the largest users of gold, period. What had happened in 2013 is that their deficit was going up so dramatically that they changed a few regulations, and those regulations basically took the demand side of gold down by over 25%. Bottom line, on November 28th, they changed the rules back. And that in itself is huge. That's the first part. Second part is even more intense, and what it is that November to May is the wedding season, and that is the biggest season for buying gold. So that correlation there, when I saw that that wasn't really into the market, bottom line is that that was a neat situation, and I expect what you're seeing out there is that buying in gold out there today, it's just a supply and demand curve. But bottom line is that I suspect that we get a nice bottom once again in gold. Now, this one here caught a lot of people on the wrong side of gold, which is just perfect for a bottom. Platinum goes topside. The low in platinum today was 1182. You're at 1239 right now. Bonds. Let's go to the bond market. So what do we have with bonds? 10-year bond gets to a higher price out here, gives it up, can't hold price. What you're going to have out here, though, is that you... right now we're at 127.16. This can pull back to about 127. You've gone into the bar of the October 15th. And we're into a deep, by the way. That is saying we're going to go to the top of that bar, which is 130.18 in the 10-year. And if we take a look at the 30-year, 30-year got up to a price point today of 144.23. That high is 148. In both cases, we're going to see that get up to those levels. King dollar. What did King dollar do? King dollar tested its highs once again, gave it up, couldn't handle the highs, and come off those highs, with volume. So this little baby here is going to be pretty cool watching to shake out, because what we've had thus far is this. You had King dollar at 80. King dollar right now is at 87.99. It hit 88.50. The high of last week was 88.45. The actual high was 88.51. You're coming off that, and you're coming off that with volume. That is telling me that what we're going to see is that you're going to see King dollar come off the high once again with conviction. That'd be wide price spread, accelerated volume. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Now, let's get back to the S&P for a second, because what I do expect here is this. This is the first day in window dressing, folks, okay? Market's deviant enough. NASDAQ gets hit pretty good. S&P, not really. I expect what you're going to see out here, you're going to see a small little bounce, probably tomorrow. It's going to be on lighter volume. It'll come up under, if we take a look at the SPY, it can get up about, we're 206.91, 207, and then that's all she wrote. Why? Let's go over to the, when we come back, we'll go over to the XLE, we'll go to the XLF, we'll go in a couple of these sectors. Oh, we didn't do oil. Oil did a perfect ABC structure on the way down. We'll run that through as soon as we come back. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow Industrial's down 24. NASDAQ's off 57. S&Ps are off 10. We're going to be right back.